Thud, boom. Guess we didn't see that tree. Or that one. And what? Ah, Facebook, how I hate thee. Let me count the ways. Of all the cultural cancers that have infected modern day society, king among them might just be Facebook. Its variety of awful trends is so wide, and yet it is just subtle enough to avoid the bad attention things like TikTok might get. One of my friends is in an open relationship as of today, but it doesn't even say who with. So is he saying he's open to being in an open relation? But that's not to say it's not doing damage. If you think even a little bit about it, it's so easy to see. Researchers developed method to liquefy tumors using sound waves, safely treating cancer without chemo or radiation. Really now? Natural news? That sounds legit. Facebook has probably been talked about as a social media platform more than any other, about what makes it poop. Fashion woman treats PC like a typewriter. Comedy. Must watch. Check out such classics as Gus Johnson's How to Be a Facebook Idiot, The Failing Couples of Facebook, Stupid Facebook Cooking Videos, or How Facebook Pages Work. Or Rhett and Link's Facebook song. Check out Old People Facebook. Or Insane People Facebook. The evidence is everywhere. But just what makes Facebook so bad? Its popularity and variety. Why get a bunch of fruit? I know. Popularity and variety are good things, right? No! People are too dumb and too socially unaware to be given such power as that which might place them on a pedestal. Am I missing something, or is this literally just a photo of a table with chairs? When you give everyone the ability to have a blog that all of their friends will see, suddenly they feel entitled to attention. Not everyone will see it. In fact, usually only more popular people's post takes off in a significant way. So what? If you don't post something and it doesn't get a lot of reactions, that doesn't mean people don't see it, right? Middle schoolers, toddlers, emotionally unstable people, what they all crave is attention. They want to be relevant, and this is an accessible way to give them an artificial version of exactly that. 5 things nobody has in their home anymore. Do you have any of these? I've got all of them. These are all extremely normal things to have. It's not like Snapchat or Twitter or Instagram. You don't need them to follow you. You just need them to accept your request to see their stuff. And now they're stuck seeing your stuff too. It's like a non-creepy way to request that someone pay attention to you. They can always just unfollow you. Lord knows I've unfollowed quite a few people. But that's usually more of a last resort if someone's annoying. And even then, you'll never know. You'll always have a thought in the back of your mind. Maybe. Just maybe she'll see my post. And maybe she'll like it. Maybe she'll even respond and even reconsider what she thinks of me. Maybe we can go out on a date. Stop. You can tell who really craves attention because it's just non-stop humble brags, fishing for compliments, self-deprecating pity parties, and the like. Are you now? Are you, buddy? Are you the friend that is nice and inclusive? Are you the best guy ever? I appreciate you so freaking much. I love all these self-deprecating jokes of people who will admit they have problems but won't bother ever fixing them. It's funny because he typed dumb. It's just so cliche. Similarly, you have people who are slightly more socially aware, yet still crave attention. They change their tactics up just a little bit, but ultimately have the same goal. Validate me. For those who don't crave unhealthy validation, they tend to be those who are just so apathetic, so unaware, so bored, that they just spew nonsense from their feeds 24/7. This is just a picture with like 3/4 of his head in the frame, and then this, and the caption says, "Don't be afraid to be yourself, no matter what you do. Thanks for the words of freaking wisdom, buddy boy." What does this mean? Why does it have 20 likes? Random food. This is a very poor message for people who are just obnoxious. He's right behind me, but if he's a part of the mountain, why would this line be used? He would already know he's on the mountain. He's been there the whole time. Why is it 10 times the size of George Washington? What is with these stock photos? Otherwise, politics. Demonizing politics. I can't stress this enough. I am a Christian. But people in the Bible Belt are so annoying. I can't stop sharing this. Why can't you stop sharing this? This is completely mundane. Apparently Roy Blunt did something. So I don't know who this is. Probably some political person. And this person will not destroy anyone because it's a creepy meme of a statue a Japanese person made. That actually isn't very creepy when you see the original. It does nothing. It's just a room where people share for no reason. Facebook itself has a lot to answer for as a company, but I'm gonna limit the scope of this video to its social ramifications. Social ramifications like fake news. That wasn't even a phrase before a couple years ago. Not because there wasn't misinformation, but just because we took an ounce more time to research before we accepted something as truth. I don't know if there's more misinformation out there or if we just used to bother thinking a little more before sharing it for likes. Like this experiment where two plants were fed water, one purified and one microwaved. The microwaved water died horribly, except that this was a freaking hoax. It's completely false. It's not real. It's a lie. What in the heck? The reason why they call it KFC is because they cannot use the word chicken anymore. They don't use real chickens. They use genetically manipulated organisms. You just literally take one Google search and you can tell this is fake. She even said, don't know if this is true, but if it is, it's sickening. It's not true. Of course it's not true. Why would you? Now even the opposite is happening. We're calling real information and news fake because we just don't like it. It's come full circle. Now we refuse to do actual research and simultaneously pick and choose what to be skeptical of based on nothing but our own preferences. It's made everyone so closed-minded, and people have allowed it to drive divides between each other. Unfriend me if you think this is okay or support it. Not even sorry. Unfriend me if you aren't excited. If you don't agree, just unfriend me. Matter of fact, block me. Nothing to argue about. If you don't like my post, please do me a favor and unfriend me. Unfriend me. Don't think I won't notice. I've seen your posts too, the ones that give platitudes like avoid negative people. If you don't like that, you should probably just unfriend me because I'm posting about freedom of choice and happiness. Bruh, unfriend me if you a female and don't know this.
We have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. That is truly where we are.
We're building our futures on echo chambers. In a literal sense, it's like going into an echoey box all alone. You say anything, you'll hear it echo back at you. In an echo chamber, you don't hear anything from outside sources. All you hear is your own voice, your own opinions repeated back at you. It stunts learning, growth, thinking. It's just making our society stupid. You know, I actually like this quote because people always talk about being loyal, like it's some good, and it should be the minimum. However, this is kind of ruined because A, who the heck is Austin? And B, word porn. It's a self-fueling fire. I believe it has tangibly made us more stupid as time has gone on, and as it's become more prevalent. You can't even hardly start an account on anything without being asked if you'd like to do it through Facebook. And the more popular and the more dumb our bored population has become by wasting their time trying to gain a false sense of value, the more dumb their posts become. I feel like this is fairly comparable to just a jungle gym. And those dumb posts are the very things that catch on in popularity. Things like accusing everything you disagree with of being fake news. So Mike Clark apparently worked for this studio, Signosis, and this guy over here, he's trying to say, you know, that's how you say it wrong, Mike. Well, you should know, he works for the company. Things like horrible advice and thoughts surrounding depression that only serve to degrade our society's mental health even further. I was being serious about it. You're like, no, you don't though. You might lose time to screw around with friends, but you don't automatically. What makes you think you lose friends? You know what's worth the width? And you know what's worse? I still use Facebook. I use it because my life is built upon the connections I can make with people in my life, and unfortunately, Facebook happens to be the only thing I can almost always find someone I want to contact on. 9 out of 10 times, if I look someone up, they're on Facebook. If I want to see what someone's been up to lately, check Facebook. It's made itself indispensable. And I hate it. I can't just stop using it. I haven't been to Florida in 8 years. That will essentially just end every relationship I have with anyone down there. And yet every day, I grow closer and closer to really considering removing it for good.
WhatsApp. And we compound the problem, right? We curate our lives around this perceived sense of perfection because we get rewarded in these short-term signals, hearts, likes, thumbs up, and we conflate that with value and we conflate it with truth. And instead what it really is fake brittle popularity. That's short-term and that leaves you even more, and admit it, vacant and empty before you did it. Because then it forces you into this vicious cycle where you're like, what's the next thing I need to do now? Because I need it back. If you feed the beast, that beast will destroy you.
Oh no, I thought the minion memes died. Why are they back?